We'll continue our studies on stem cells. Let's see in detail about this differentiation of stem cells. The first one which we are going to study here is a totipotent stem cells. As it says that these are the cells that have the capacity to form an entire organism. Like all stem cells that exist can be classified into 5 groups. One among that is a totipotent stem cells, and these totipotent stem cells are actually present in all of the placental animals, including human beings like us, where these form a tissues like placenta. And the most important character of this totipotent stem cell is that it can generate complete organism. Completely and new organism can be formed by these totipotent stem cells. So the best example for this is a embryonic stem cells, where the cells like egg is being fertilized by a sperm, that where it forms a zygote. From the zygote a new organism can be formed. This is the best example. Here you can see a totipotent stem cells where it is completely not differentiated. It is dividing here. So let's see next type of stem cell, that is a pluripotent stem cells. These pluripotent stem cells, see here you can see a pictorial representation of this pluripotent stem cells. This is one of the major type of stem cells, and this can give rise to most of all the tissues and the organs within the human beings and other multicellular organism, but they cannot generate or they cannot produce a complete new organism. They can produce only a tissues within that organism or any of the organs within those organism. And what is this is, this type of stem cells, they have to differentiate into 3 types of germ layers, which are called as ectoderm layer, endoderm layer and mesoderm, which I showed in the previous slides. These germ layers, they are further differentiated into different types of tissues as well as the organs. The best example for this pluripotent stem cells is a embryonic stem cells, and these are unique cells that exist in the early embryo. See, this is the stem cells, pluripotent stem cells, the inner mass of this. The inner mass of this gets converted into different types of germ layers, that is mesoderm, ectoderm and endoderm. Another major type of stem cell is a multipotent stem cells. These are of a middle range, like they have the capacity to differentiate or give rise to a specific population of the cells, like specific range of cell types. Like they have muscle cells, skin cells, all these kind of cells are being produced by these multipotent stem cells. The best example for this is a mesenchymal stem cells, where they give rise to a muscle cells or a fat cells. Let's see another type of stem cell, that is a oligopotent stem cells. These oligopotent stem cells are quite similar to that of a multipotent stem cells. Where they are very much restricted in their capacity of differentiation. They can produce only a closely related cell type. The excellent example for this is a hemopoietic stem cells, where they produce a blood cells. These blood cells which are being produced by hemopoietic stem cells are myeloid and lymphoid cells. The next type of stem cells which we are seeing here is a unipotent stem cells. The unipotent stem cells are least potent, means they are produced only a limited type of stem cells. The best example for this is a skin cells. For a skin cell, like when we wear clothes or something, the upper layer of the skin actually goes out. So the dead skin which is removed are being produced by this type of stem cells, where they produce more and more type of stem cells, skin cells, but they don't produce any tissue cells or any organs, they produce only a cells in more number. Here you can see a pictorial representation of classification where the stem cells are differentiated into 5 types. Here you can see a totipotent stem cells, which is also called as omnipotent stem cells. This is the most powerful stem cells among all the 5. This can develop a fully functional living organisms like us. The example for this is a fertilized egg. And next type of stem cell, which is called as a pluripotent stem cells, these have a capacity to self renew, means they can produce again and again, and these are differentiated into 3 germ layer. As I said, this is the inner layer of the fertilized egg. See, here you can see the inner layer where they are again differentiated into ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm. So this is being used for the regenerative therapy like regenerative medicine, and example for this is a embryonic stem cells. Another type of stem cell is a multipotent stem cells. These multipotent stem cells, best example for this is a mesenchymal stem cells, that they can produce a muscle cells and all. And another type of is a oligopotent stem cells. Here you can see a red blood cells. And the last one is a unipotent stem cells. The example for this is a muscle stem cells as well as a skin cells. Here you can see a pictorial representation of a pluripotent stem cells. These pluripotent stem cells, they have a capacity to produce any of these cells where they form a tissue or an organ, skin cells, fat cells, blood cells, bone cells, nerve cells as liver cells, but they cannot form a complete organism. They can produce any one of these cells.